Welcome to Shnice Gaming. My name is Josh, and today we are talking about Walmart removing video games from stores, loot box policy change, and Crash Team Racing adding microtransactions. Let's start with the Walmart story. It's an interesting one. I'm sure you're all aware of the horrible shootings that happened last weekend, one of which occurred at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas. This caused Donald Trump and lawmakers like Congressman Kevin McCarthy to blame video games as a factor in these mass shootings. This excuse is so old and baseless, and politicians have been using video games as a scapegoat for crimes for decades. Despite no actual link between video games and violence, apparently an internal memo from Walmart was sent out to stores to remove advertisements for violent video games. This memo was leaked on Twitter and by multiple people on Reddit. This specific picture was posted by @ShepardCTR on Twitter. Seems a little silly since they still sell actual guns and ammunition at Walmart, but I thought whatever, it's not that big a deal I guess. However, Walmart was just getting started. Twitter user @TylerMayCry posted a picture of his local Walmart removing almost every single game from sale with the exception of a few titles. IGN reached out to Walmart for comment and received the following reply from Lamia Jenkins, Director of National Media Relations. We've taken this action out of respect for the incidents of the past week, and it does not reflect a long-term change in our video game assortment. We are focused on assisting our associates and their families as well as supporting the community as we continue a thoughtful and thorough review of our policies. Our statement stands company-wide. What? Walmart, you might want to put these on. What is Walmart thinking, dude? Like, this is so stupid. You remove video games from your store, but keep selling actual guns and ammunition. I mean, there's not much more to say here. It's obvious. But IGN was contacted by another Walmart representative who said that there was a miscommunication on their end, and they actually haven't told stores to remove the sale of video games. I'm not sure what's going on over at Walmart, but it sounds like they've got some stuff to figure out. Our next story is about loot boxes. I know, everyone has talked about loot boxes and microtransactions plenty, but there has been a big development that will change loot boxes forever. Over the past few years, various governments and politicians around the world have made moves against loot boxes and microtransactions, with some countries outright banning them. The new Grand Theft Auto Casino update was banned in many countries. In response to all of this pressure, Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony are seemingly trying to get ahead of things and self-regulate to try and stop governments from getting further involved. The Entertainment Software Association, or ESA, has stated that these console makers will be making it required to list the odds of getting items from loot boxes. This would apply to new games and game updates that add loot box features. We can expect these changes by the end of 2020. Chief Counsel of ESA, Michael Warnecki, has stated that this is building on previous efforts by the ESRB to add labels to games with in-game purchases. Some games have already revealed drop rates like Rocket League last year, revealing that the best items only have a 1% chance of dropping. I think this is a positive step because maybe some kids don't know how bad the drop rates actually are, and seeing the percentages will dissuade them from purchasing so many loot boxes. On the surface, this doesn't seem like a big deal, but these companies coming together to make a change is a big deal. It shows they're scared about the governments getting involved in their business. I doubt this is the end of microtransaction reform, and I'll fill you all in the next time there's a big development. In related news, Crash Team Racing has added microtransactions post-launch despite developer Beanox saying that there would not be any. Did Beanox lie, or did Activision change their mind? Looking at how grindy the game was at launch, I'd say they knew all along that they would add microtransactions at a later date. This is a sneaky way to try and not let the microtransactions affect reviews. I, for one, was somewhat okay with the grind since there were no microtransactions at the time, but adding them in completely changes things. We can also look back to the remaster of another Activision published title, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which added microtransactions after launch as well. They also did the same thing with last year's Black Ops 4. I guess from now on we cannot trust that any game, at least published by Activision, will be free from greedy microtransactions even if the developers claim that they will be. Big publishers like EA and Activision seem to never stop wanting to piss off the gaming community, with Bethesda close behind. Side note, this licenses and agreements page is so obnoxious, dude. Gotta click through 60 pages. Nobody's reading that. Anyway, that wraps up today's video. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you'd like more videos on video game news and topics. I'll see you next time.